Today I'm going to be showing you how to turn this into this. Welcome to Cosplay, I am Alice, and today I'm going to be showing you how to turn this super bright and nice studio into a very dark and spooky scene from your favorite terror movie to just make a cosplay photo shoot. Because yes, Halloween is fastly approaching and I'm sure you have a lot of ideas to just turn into your favorite character for your cosplay, and maybe you want to just take this opportunity to take some photos at home, and I'm gonna be showing you all the tricks that I have to make this look a little bit darker and spookier so I can take the best pictures I can for my cosplays. But before I start decorating, we are going to need some supplies. I am back from my trip to the shops and I'm gonna be showing you what I got, plus all the other trinkets that I already have, because every Halloween I just expand my collection a little bit further and I just get a couple of things that I can use for my cosplay photo shoots here and there, so I'm just going to be showing you most of my collection. So, as you can see, I have a bunch of resources. Most of these things were like £1, like the most expensive thing on the table. I think it was like £10 for that bed gauge that I really liked. But yeah, most of it was like £1, £2, maybe 3 or 4. And I think I learned this throughout the years because I just really like Halloween decor in general, so yeah, every year I just grab like a couple of things, spend £5 to £10, and in the end I end up with all this. And what we are gonna do is we are gonna set it in a way that is meaningful and looks good in our photo shoot. And in order to do that, first we need to start with a background. Unfortunately, in Halloween you have a chance of getting lots of fabrics with spooky motifs and stuff. I know you want to make it all dark and spooky, and I am sure you will be thinking, ha, you only need to put a black background behind you and you have a Halloween scene. No! If you are wearing a black costume and you are using a black background behind your black costume, what's gonna happen is that you're not gonna see a thing. It's gonna be very difficult to get the shape out of your cosplay from the background. So what we are gonna do is I'm gonna be choosing a color which is a bit lighter and I can just put on the back, and just it's going to contrast with my dress, which is going to be a different color. Because of the character I'm going to be using, I chose this pink, magenta, purplish color to put as a background. And yeah, it will very much depend on what character you're gonna be choosing to take photos of. You could be choosing greens or reds or maybe teal or blues. It just totally depends on you. Maybe your cosplay is a ghost and you are gonna be wearing white clothes. In that case, you can just be using a black background. That's totally fine. So whatever you choose, make sure it's going to contrast with your cosplay. So yeah, let's see if we can just put this up. And as you can see, even if I'm wearing black clothes, I'm going to stand out against the background very well, and I'm not going to be lost with all the black and dark things around me. But obviously this is just not enough to make a photo shoot, so we are going to be trying to create a scene with this background, and for that we are going to need to put things two ways. First of all, we need to just create a little bit of height, so we want to put things that will be at least as tall or slightly less tall than us, so it looks a little bit like it's framing us. And I am also going to be putting things forward so it looks and it creates a little bit of depth on that photo and it doesn't look like something completely flat. So let's do that next. This is looking so much better and there's already a little bit of depth to it, but we want to frame our picture a little bit more. Most of my pictures will be vertical, so I'm okay even if this fabric doesn't get all the way to the sides. However, if I get to see a little bit of this on the sides, it looks like a little bit fake. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be using some more fabric to just frame the picture, add a little bit of depth to it and a little bit of texture just so it blends better. And I'm also going to be adding some texture using some of these spider webs to the rest of my items around here. Oh, look, there's a little spider hanging from there. Well, I need to make sure that everything is ready, you know. Cool. What do you think? I think it's looking quite decent, but there is still one thing which is not quite right, and that is the sun. But of course, if I just take the pictures like this, it's still gonna be a little bit too dark and a bit boring, so I'm just gonna spice it up with a few lights here and there and see what happens. Spookier, right? And with this, most of my setting would be ready, and that's great, but there is one more thing you can do to make this truly a spooky setting, and that is to add a little bit of magic juice. No, this is orange juice, I said magic juice. I think that part works. And this is going to be my setting for the rest of the Halloween season. I've been able to just gather a lot of stuff through the years, and I was able to set this spooky setting for this Halloween season. But as I said, this has been through many years of gathering trinkets here and there. Most of my lights are just some very cheap lights that I bought for 20-30 pounds. Every year I just bought a different light, and through the years I ended up just gathering stuff. But I started using just lamps and just bulbs that I had at home. It doesn't necessarily have to be a very expensive gear, or you don't have to spend a lot of money making something like this at home. And as you can see, it looks quite alright, doesn't it? I quite like it. In any case, I hope this tutorial was useful, and if you actually want to see the results of my photo shoot, you're gonna have to watch my other video in which I become Mavis from Hotel Transylvania, and I'll show you how I make the whole costume from scratch and how I take the pictures, and yeah, it turned out super cool, so don't forget to check that video as well. Thank you very much for watching. I really hope you enjoy the spooky season, and I will be seeing you in the next adventure. That's a terrible evil laugh. Wow, this is so cool. Maybe a little bit too much smoke. Oh, one more thing. This is a fire hazard. Make sure you are careful while wearing a costume, and candles and fabric. Just saying, I'm just gonna be like switching that off like right now.